You won't believe what this man did to his own daughter, and how it took 17 years for the truth to surface. In 2006, a small town was shaken by the sudden disappearance of a 15-year-old girl named Elena Gray. No signs of a struggle, no footprints, no goodbye. She simply vanished into thin air. Her father, Thomas Gray, was the face of grief, crying on TV, handing out flyers, and leading search parties through the woods. The town mourned with him. They called him a broken man, a father living every parent's worst nightmare. But they didn't know what he had done. 17 years later, a new detective named Ray Morris picked up the cold case. No one expected anything new, until Ray found something. An old farmhouse, boarded up and forgotten, once owned by the Gray family. Inside, in the attic, was a dusty vanity with a hidden drawer, and inside that drawer, a torn diary. The entries were written in a child's handwriting, Elena's. She wrote about being scared, about secrets, about someone she trusted turning into someone she didn't recognize. The last page ended with one chilling line. He said no one would believe me anyway. Detective Morris dug deeper. He studied land records, financial transactions, and old maps. He discovered Thomas had quietly sold off a piece of remote land just 2 weeks after Elena went missing. That land had once held an abandoned well. Using ground-penetrating radar, they found a small, hidden grave beneath the surface. Inside, the remains of a teenage girl and a silver locket engraved with the letter E. But that's not the end. A second discovery was made, another note, tucked beneath the floorboards of the old house. It was written in adult handwriting. It was Thomas. He confessed, not just to the murder, but to something far worse, something unthinkable. When Elena became pregnant, she threatened to expose what had happened. Thomas chose silence over shame. He took her to the woods and buried both his daughter and his secret. Now, decades later, he's in prison, old, forgotten, and finally exposed. But here's the question. If one man could fool an entire town for 17 years, how many others are still out there, hiding behind tears and smiles? What would you have done if you found that diary first? Let me know in the comments.